Welcome to one of these bonus episodes of Ultimate Sci-Fi Show Tournament. I almost got through it. Pretty good.
It almost sounded like you were ready.
This is our 7th episode of this, of making what is possibly the greatest science fiction show of all time, at least based on the people and categories I've chosen from a bunch of shows we've watched in the last few years. How are you feeling about it so far, Luke? Do you even remember who you've picked?
It's been a couple weeks since we recorded one of these,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I remember. Do you want me to try to give you the thing who I think I've picked?
Well, why don't I do this? I'll give you the category and you give me the person.
Sure.
Okay, we have female lead.
That is the lady from Project Phoenix.
Correct. Lucy Chang from Codename Phoenix. We have the character of, or the character type, I suppose, of Big Boss. And you chose who? Do you remember? Big
Boss. I think I chose the guy from Space Above and Beyond who likes cream and strawberries.
You have a great memory. Commodore Ross, Space Above and Beyond. We have also an underutilized female. Do you remember who you picked?
Yeah, that's the doctor from Ultraviolet.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Angela March.
March.
I think it's March.
Okay.
You chose, for some bizarre reason, Annoying Kid. Who'd you choose for that?
I mean, that's obviously the Super Scouts from G80.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And Mysterious Powers was another character.
Yeah, and that's Blackie from Nightmare Cafe.
Mm-hmm. You're 100% so far. We have a Q Gadget tech character. Do you remember?
Yeah, and weirdly, I remember this character's name, Vincent Kanofsky from Sleepwalkers.
Yeah, it's an odd character name, but it is correct.
Have we determined if that's the character name or the actor's name?
It's the character's name,
All
yeah.
right, great.
And that's it. That's our show so far. So this is our last episode of picking categories. So there's 3 categories. You're going to play 1 and 2 are gone forever.
Oh, really? So now when I pick one, it doesn't come back?
It doesn't come back. This is it. So let me tell you now, before you pick them, 1 is pretty long and 2 are very short. If that indicates anything to you for your pick. So the categories are, and we've seen these all before, they've come back: comic relief, robotic limb, wild card. Those are your 3 categories. You could choose 1 to add to this show, and the other 2 will go away forever.
Oh, it's a tough one.
I don't know if thinking about the characters you have help, because you have a very bizarre show. I don't even know if I know exactly what this show is.
Now, when you say robotic limb, I'm not going to give a pre-existing character a robotic limb. I'm going to have a character with a robotic limb.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm really afraid because I think I know which one's the long one, but I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to pick wild card.
I think you probably made the right choice. Let me just quickly tell you.
I don't even remember. I only remember it was robotic limb and wild card, and whatever the other one was, I knew I wasn't going to pick it. So,
well, I'll tell you, comic relief, you probably made a good choice. I put 3 characters, and the 3 characters were the character of David / the clown in The After.
Oh yeah, well, who's that? Arquette?
No, it was
Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy, that's right. We had Arthur Ramsey from Threshold, and we also had Mimmer from Space Rangers.
Sure.
Remember Ron Howard's brother?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Clint.
And another short category was robotic limb, and of course, everyone's favorite, Mike Pinocchio from Harsh Realm.
Oh, who could forget?
Robotic leg. We also had another robotic leg, Detective John Kennex, Almost Human.
Oh, that's true.
We had Doc from Space Rangers, who had a robotic what, Luke?
Eye?
Ear. And then finally, one of our favorites, Jamie Summers from Bionic Woman, who had, I think, an arm and a leg.
Mostly bionic.
Yeah, she was mostly she was at least 40% bionic. So those are the characters who won't be in the show, but you've chosen Wild Card, which is the wildest of the categories.
I both look forward and regret this decision.
Yeah. So here we go. I'm going to give you these characters, and if we can remind you who they are, you might need a little help. And the first is my favorite, let me just say. So we're going to start with the Sublime Plenum from the Osiris Chronicles.
Oh, yeah, that goopy thing in a pot. What did it do? Did it see the future or something? Or was it just like...
Yeah, and it was like, it just looked like a big poop with faces on it. I loved it.
I mean, it was good.
Okay, that's the first one. You got Lieutenant Colonel Raymond T. Butts. Space Above and Beyond. Butts. Yeah.
Won't shut up about pancakes. Shut the fuck up with those pancakes already.
Here's a weird one. The Neanderthal Man from Riverworld.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was out of his element.
This might get along with the children. We have Dr. Z from a Galactica 1980.
Oh, gross.
We've got the Robosaurus from Steel Justice.
Wait a minute. I just want to point out that you're breaking your own rules.
What's that?
Once I picked Super Kids, wasn't Dr. Z out of here?
You know what? You were correct. Dr. Z's out. Forget him.
That list is one longer than it needed to be.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You're correct. Anyways, I did say Robosaurus from Steel Justice. Remember, he eats cars?
Of course, psychically controlled.
Yeah, it's the only way you get to do it. And that's how we've had two psychically controlled robots because we did Here Comes Tobor this season.
Oh, that's true. That is very Tobar-esque. Both killing machines.
Here's a great one. Are you ready? Lenny Hacker from Space Rangers. Buddy Hackett.
Oh, Buddy Hackett's character.
Yeah. Here's one of your favorites, I think, Luke. Ficus from Quark, who was a plant man.
Remind me, what was Ficus's deal again?
He was a plant man.
Yeah, he's a plant man. That's right.
Here's a great one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Galen, Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Galen. Hard to go wrong with Galen.
Yeah, you have no one representing Planet of the Apes on this show. We have Grandpa Munster from Mockingbird Lane. You're not going to pick him.
Who was that again? Eddie.
It was I can't remember his name. The comedian.
Eddie something.
Anyway, someone can yell at us after. K9000 from K9000, the robotic dog.
He's a dog.
Yeah. Lockjaw from Inhumans.
What was his deal again?
He was big and powerful. I think he had.
Oh, he's a dog. He was also a dog.
Oh, no, it was the dog. Yeah, I mixed him up. Yeah, he was the dog. Sorry, I was mixing up with the guy with the hooves. The names. It's the dog. You're right. We have this one's just for fun. A Triffid plant from Day of the Triffids. That could just be on the show.
Cute. Oh, the little Triffid plant.
This one's a little odder. I have the Mother Ghost from Ghost of Sierra de Cobre.
It makes a lot of calls to you at night.
Yep. I have from Strange New World the Collective Womb. Remember where they were cloning people?
Yeah, no thank you.
Womb? Yeah. And finally, perhaps the greatest of all characters, Jinjin from Earthbound.
Ah, the green monkey.
Yeah, Jinjin. So that's why it's wild card, because all these characters bring something different, and also I didn't know what to do with them, so they got stuck in their own category.
All right. Well, I've narrowed it down to four. My top four.
Okay, who are they?
Sublime Plenum, because it looks great.
No, I have to say, what a great show. Just every now and then, you just go into a room and it's just there, like, the future.
Yeah, and I can't even remember. Does it tell the future? I don't remember anything about it.
Didn't it take in all the pain of the universe or something?
It
wasn't
my
happy.
Big problem is I don't remember what the Sublime Plenum did. I just remember it existing.
Yeah, it looked great is what I remember. They spent all their budget on how gross it looked.
Yeah, I mean, that was like that's the money they gave to the I'm assuming let's say the Henson Company, and there was like, go to town.
Lots of tentacles. Okay, so that's one. You said you had 4 picks possible?
Yes. And the next one was Galen, because I love me some Galen, some Roddy McDowell. That's always a good choice. Mm-hmm. Then I like Triffid. I like Triffid is much like Sublime Planet. It would just be fun to have a Triffid around.
Yeah. And
then finally, I think Jinjin is always going to be
Jinjin. I thought it was going to be Lenny Hacker.
Sorry, Buddy Hackett. I'm going to pass on that.
Okay, so those are 4 interesting picks. Now, thinking of all the people you have, this is kind of going to be what your show is. Like, we can discuss what this show is, but are any of these indicating the direction you want to go in?
I mean, I think I could work with most of them. I think Galen's the outlier. I think Galen's going to have to go. I love Galen, but I don't know how he's going to fit in exactly. Yeah. Like, as soon as Galen's in, this is just Planet of the Apes 7. We're stuck in that world.
Right. And I have to say, not to sway you, the Triffid plant does the least change to your show because it's just there. It's it's sentient. But...
Well, it truly is. It's a joke in a room, basically.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Sublime Plenum right now, Jordan, just to find out what his deal is.
It
was a huge amalgamation. Why am I gendering the Sublime Plenum? That's what I want to know. They are a huge amalgamation of their greatest ancestors' minds and souls, which turns out to be a grotesque exhibit of goo-filled snatches.
Yeah.
So it is some sort of like collective memory of some sort, I suppose, in goo form.
Yeah, in goo form.
Jordan, I've decided.
Okay. Drum roll.
It's Jinjin. Jinjin's joining the show.
Jinjin's the winner. Oh, Jinjin.
He's just a monkey, but he's green.
Yeah. I think he's actually, is he a chimpanzee?
Chimpanzee, you're right.
I
don't know. I don't know my primates.
I don't think he had a prehensile tail. Okay, so we have chosen Jinjin. Now we have a real quick conversation about this show. But so Jinjin is adding to Lucy Chang, Commodore Ross, Dr. Angela March, Super Scouts, Blackie, Vincent Kanofsky, now it's Jinjin, and that's the show. So a couple of things to mention. First, are you happy with your show? Because I'll tell you there's an option in the final episode of the Ultimate Sci-Fi
A twist.
Show. Are you happy with these choices? Do you know what this show is? Do you like this show?
I'm loving it so far. I have no strong dislikes of anything that's going on here.
Okay. Next week, we will explain what this show is, and the twist is. Should I tell you what the twist is now?
Oh, save it for next week. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know what's coming.
Okay. So that's it. That's what the Sci-Fi show is now. Over the next week, just think about what this show looks like, and
great. Send me those names again.
I will. I'll send you the whole list.
I will
you can
come
look at
prepared next week to illuminate you on this show I have created.
Okay, sounds good.
That's how this works, right? That's what this was happening here.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
And that's it. We'll wrap it up next week.
I'm very excited. It's been a long road to get here, Jordan, but we're finally here.
Let's see what happens.